Bishop Dennis J. O'Connell's big band. Thank you very much for entertaining us here at halftime. Welcome back. Now we meet the faculty, coaches, and administrators as we update the score. The team from Bishop O'Connell has a score of 190. Andrew, please introduce our guests.
To my right is our principal, Dr. Vorbach, and to my left is our coach, Mrs. Shadow.
Thank you for being with us today. The team from Wakefield High in Arlington has a score of 180. Mohammed, please do the honors.
Behind me to my right is our coach, Mr. McCowan, and behind me to my left is our school principal, Mrs. George Jackson, who's also Arlington of the Year.
All right, thank you very much for being with us. Centreville has the lead at 290. Carl, your turn now.
I'd like to introduce our principal, Mr. Campbell, who's supporting us today.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for being with us. Now, teams can move on to the next round where each correct answer is again worth 20. See the lights above the team's names? If they're on in a row like that, that will show 8 questions in a row answered correctly. Good for a 25-point bonus. Bishop O'Connell up first, so Wakefield select. Mohammed, which one? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2, okay, here you are. Let's see, David, Andrew, and Matt. See how you do in this round. Here we go. You couldn't be an Egyptian archaeologist unless you had studied what type of pictorial lettering used in ancient Egypt.
Hieroglyphics.
That's right. An equal opportunity tyrant, what 16th century Russian Tsar was so cruel to both nobles and peasants that he was called the Terrible?
Ivan.
Ivan the Terrible is right. The ends of a loaf of bread are described with what word that also names the only vulnerable part of the legendary hero Achilles?
Heel.
Right, check the monitor, please, and we'll do this question. It's anabolism, mitosis, respiration. Which of these terms describes the process which occurs during cell division when the nucleus divides into 2 cells identical in their genetic material?
Mitosis.
That's the right answer. A sword swallower back in Camelot would have been in trouble had he swallowed what sword, the favorite of King Arthur?
Excalibur.
Right. Because ivory is white but is not transparent, ivory was called the image of a lie by what ancient Greek poet who created the Iliad?
Homer.
Right. Check the monitor again for mathematics. Taking positive roots, what is the value of this expression?
0.
Yes, that's right. No fewer than 6 states were admitted to the Union during the single term of what 23rd president who served between the 2 terms of Grover Cleveland?
Garfield.
No, I'm sorry, it was Benjamin Harrison. But you had a good run, O'Connell. 330 after your part of the round. 330. All right, now it's a turn for Wakefield in Arlington. So Centreville select. Carl, which one? 1 or 3?
We'll go 3.
Why not? Let's see how we go with that, Carl. Irene, Mohammed, and Nitin with their turn in the round. American frontiersman Davy Crockett had a full and exciting life that ended at what Texan mission, overtaken by Mexican forces in 1836?
The Alamo?
Yes. Before World War I, Woodrow Wilson warned that the U.S. should not be like what large bird that supposedly buries its head in the sand in times of danger?
Ostrich?
Yes. The Latin term dirigo, meaning I guide, is the state motto of what New England state where a guidebook might guide you to Augusta, the capital?
Maine.
Maine is right. Now on the monitor we see diffraction, reflection, radiation. Which of these terms refers to the slight bending of light rays around a sharp edge?
Diffraction.
That is right. One architectural historian has made a study of the villas built for what Italian family that ruled Florence during the Renaissance? Have that?
Medici.
That's right, Medici. In King of the Wind by Marguerite Henry, the title character is what same sort of animal as Black Beauty in Anna Sewell's novel?
Horse.
Horse is right. The monitor again. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer. Your answer? The answer is 36. I'm sorry, too late. The Know Nothing Party carried only 1 state in the 1856 election when they nominated what man who had been the 13th U.S. president?
Fillmore.
Fillmore is right. So you had a good run, too, Wakefield. 320 after your part of the race. Leading number 1 here for the team from Centreville High in Fairfax County, Virginia. Sir, here we are. Ancient Roman naturalist Pliny the Elder met his death in what natural disaster that destroyed Pompeii?
The eruption?
Right, of Mount Vesuvius. That's good. Once a year, people are allowed to bungee jump off the New River Gorge Bridge in what Appalachian state, whose capital is Charleston?
West Virginia.
Right. One historian compared Napoleon to what ancient Carthaginian general whose troops crossed the Alps along with their war elephants?
Hannibal.
Right. Check the monitor for greater than, less than, the same as is the degree of complexity of a protein molecule. Greater, less, or the same as the degree of complexity of a glucose molecule.
Greater than.
Greater than is right. The U.S. military maintains a base on Diego Garcia, a remote island in what third largest ocean?
The Indian Ocean.
Right. The 5th Northumberland Fusiliers were proudly cited as his old regiment by what fictional doctor, the friend and assistant of Sherlock Holmes?
Watson.
Watson is right. The monitor again taking positive roots. Evaluate this expression for B equals 25, giving your answer as a fraction in lowest terms.
4/5.
Right. Many U.S. presidents have been college graduates, but what 15th chief executive earned a Bachelor of Arts degree and remained a bachelor as well?
Buchanan.
A bonus for Centreville. And back after these messages. Okay, we're short on time, so we're going right to the free-for-all grab bag session right now. Here we go. Made from steel from the World Trade Center and bearing the motto, never forget, a new warship has been launched, named for what empire state? All right, Centreville.
New York.
Right. It's often said that the westernmost European nation is what island country, whose capital is Reykjavik? Centreville.
Iceland.
Yes. Fans of both literature and science were saddened by the recent death of what author of Jurassic Park? Bishop O'Connell.
Michael Crichton.
Crichton is right. Check the monitor for a 30-point question. Bay leaves like these were worn in a wreath by what Greek god of the sun as a symbol of his love? Or at Centreville?
Apollo.
Apollo is right. Since 1961, the University of California, Berkeley has produced the most volunteers for what American Service Corps? Centreville.
Peace Corps.
Right. What Greek letter stands for the exact ratio of the circumference of any circle? Centreville.
Pi.
Right. Long before King Kong went ape in New York, what other sort of ape terrorized Paris in the Post story, The Murders in the Rue Morgue? An orangutan. Monitor again. This text message, vowing to modernize the country, might have been sent by what father of modern Turkey? Head of the country from night. All right, Centreville.
Ataturk.
Ataturk is right. James Knox Polk was our only president who was a graduate of what state university located at Chapel Hill? Centreville.
University of North Carolina.
That's right. Choice. Linearly polarized light is light vibrating in one plane, monochromatic light, or light in which all the vibrations are in phase. Okay, all light vibrating in one plane is the answer there. You're always urged to finish what you start, but Franz Schubert earned great acclaim for what unfinished musical work? His unfinished symphony was the answer. Now on the monitor again. After seeing them in Belize, these flowers became a favorite of what African-American woman who wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God? Centreville.
Alice Walker.
No, Zora Neale Hurston is the answer, 30 down. Shakespeare's comedy Much Ado About Nothing is set entirely in the city of Messina, on what largest Italian island? Centreville.
Sicily.
Right. Robert E. Lee captured John Brown with the help of what future Confederate cavalry leader whose first three names were James Ewell? Well, that's Jeb Stuart there, and there's the end of the game.